My dream is always to be an Arnold champ.
What's up guys and welcome. You're watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with the 212 champion Keone Pearson. So when he says he's gonna eventually transition into the men's open bodybuilding, he really isn't messing around. Keone appeared on the Big Bad Bodybuilding podcast. That is basically Dennis Wolf's podcast. As we all know, Dennis Wolf was called the Big Bad Wolf when he was competing. So in an imaginary scenario, Keone said that if he was given an invite to compete at the Arnold Classic in 2025, because we all know Arnold Classic is only for men's open bodybuilding, he's gonna jump into that show and see how he compares with the big boys.
Here's the $1 million question. You knew it was coming, and this is all I'll ask, and we'll move on. Let's say you go, let's say this year goes as planned.
Yeah.
If you get an invite in 2025 to the Open, would you jump in there? For the Arnold.
Oh, for the Arnold?
After having won 2 Olympia, 212. Not saying that you're leaving the 212, but you know, a lot of these guys have had success going into the Open. Do you think by that time you would be ready to jump in there, at least at the Arnold, and give it a go with Open?
I probably would. I wouldn't have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We saw Sean Clarida compete at the 2023 Arnold Classic, although he did not get the placing that he was aiming for. But he did beat guys like Antoine Williams and William Bonac. And Keone Pearson is a much more dangerous bodybuilder than Sean. And the reason is the illusion he's able to create on the stage when he opens up. He looks so damn huge. So if everything goes according to the plan, and if he wins his second 212 title in October, there is a very high likelihood that we will see him on the Arnold Classic stage in 2025. Antoine Williams with another impressive update. He's looking ripped at 3.5 weeks out from this year's Arnold. And at this point, it is all about cruising into the show, because he cannot afford to lose the muscularity in the upper body as he gets closer and closer to the show. And that has been Antoine's issue in the last few years. With Hadi Chopin and Samson Dauda doing both Arnold Classic Ohio and UK, many of these guys are going to compete in shows that are scheduled right after the Arnold Classic tour. And Fouad Obad had a brief talk about who is potentially going to be there in Detroit Pro, and Antoine's name also came up. So we will see him compete multiple times this year, as the ultimate goal is to qualify for the Olympia 2024. So far, Antoine is looking really big, and he's looking hard and dry, and he doesn't seem to have lost any size while coming down, especially in his upper half. So a top 5 finish here at this Arnold Classic will be a good finish for him. The more you look and analyze Stephane's physique, the more you realize that he could become such a great men's open bodybuilding competitor a few years from now, if he continues to pack on mass. Obviously he isn't there just yet, but looking at the skin condition that he is in now, just look at how much thickness he is holding on to. There is just no way that he's gonna make the classic physique weight cutoff without losing any muscle, without losing that pop, and the 3D fact of his muscle bellies. And we have to understand that is exactly what makes him so special. That is what makes him so unique. So he did win his first classic physique pro show in 2023, but he did not compete at the Olympia last year. So even a deflated version of him is good enough for the judges to give him a victory. And nobody can deny that Stephane has awesome shape and flow. So he's most likely going to stay in classic physique. But where do you guys see him land at classic physique Olympia this year? Do let me know in the comments below. So ending the video with the latest physique update from Jon De La Rosa, who is now 3.5 weeks out of this year's Arnold. So most of the people are counting him out. And I think that can be a mistake. He was shredded to the bone at Tempo Pro last year. And this is a guy who isn't small by any means. He's thick, he's dense. He has some of the best quads out there. And like I said before, he is densely packed with muscles all over his frame. So Hunter Labrada had him in the worst, and the overall muscularity. But the conditioning that he showcased at Tempo Pro last year, that was extremely close between these two guys. And I think we can all agree that Hunter was absolutely at his best at Tempo Pro. So Jon had a very solid offseason afterwards, so he might come in a little bigger here. So if he brings that same level of conditioning, he might surprise a lot of people. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.